Another old school Life Fitness Pro Series kickback, which has a few differences from your standard kickback machine. You'll notice that this pad actually sits behind the knee and it's not on the foot. So effectively, pretty much taking the quads out of the movement entirely, taking it out a lot. I'm gonna be too absolutist about that one, but this is a contracted position, unilateral glute exercise. So that's what we wanna use it for. We wanna try and isolate the glutes as much as possible when we're doing this exercise. And so this being away from the foot just takes the quads out so we can focus on the glutes. You will get some hamstring, but a lot more glute with this type of setup, which is very different to most kickback machines. Now, obviously got the weight stack, it's pin loaded, start with something light and get a filler set in. Now, there's a couple of adjustment points on this piece. We've got the hip height and we've got the knee height. Now, the hip height, it's gonna be quite easy to mess this one up, but we've got the hinge point on the machine here. We want this to be quite high so that our hips are sort of in line with this. If it's too low, we're gonna lose a lot of range. And yes, it is a contracted position focused machine, but we still wanna get some stretch position in there as well. Now, the knee height is gonna be the tougher one because if we're too high here, we gotta go really high with this and then we run out of space for our leg to sit. So hopping into the machine, you'll see what I mean. Hip in line with this, pads here, and then behind the knee is where we want this pad to sit. Main thing we want to focus on is that we're not just extending to get as much range as possible. We've got the hips locked in and we're hitting that contracted position, which this machine does really well. And if you are a sucker for range of motion, you want that little bit more, you can chuck our V2 on there, slide in, and then this is where I'd rotate it slightly to just get it underneath there. Get your other leg out of the way, so bring that other leg forwards, and then getting a little bit more stretch position at the bottom here. And it won't sacrifice any contracted range. Do your warm-up sets, get a good feel for this, set up the knee and hip. We don't want this to be too low, and we don't want this to be too low either. Enjoy, train hard.